I could never. I used to think, universe, how can somebody become homeless? Well, I found out. Wow, did the universe show me. I just kept saying, I'm fucked. I just knew it. We think we have problems in life until you lose your health, and then you have no problems in life other than getting your health back. I was on my way to work in Richmond Hill. It was about 7 o'clock in the morning. And we had like a company barbecue that day. My son-in-law worked with me at the time, and he was going to take his motorcycle to work. He was working in the shipping. And so I left first because I was like the office administrator and all that there. And I'm driving up Bayview Avenue, and I usually take Bayview Avenue. There's not as many lights, it's not as much traffic, but it is faster. The speed limit there, I think, is about 70. I'm driving along, singing like I usually am, going to work. The next thing I know, boom, and I'm in a tailspin, and I am trying to get my vehicle off this road. When I spun around the vehicle and I hit the ravine, head on, it was like hitting a wall. I was airborne, and I passed out. And when I woke up, I said, I'm f***ed. I knew I was in a lot of trouble because I can't feel my legs. My teeth are like halfway shoved up my nose. Their roots are broken in my gums. But the pain, it was like, I felt like no feeling in my legs. I just thought it's over for me and I'm done. So I had no idea how bad the injuries were. And the pain is, on a scale of 1 to 10, is a 10. It's like your hips are on fire burning. So that's why I hadn't even felt the pain yet of my back being shattered. Like I shattered the vertebrae, my neck. And so they took an x-ray of my body, and I said to them, I can't stand up. So that hospital put so much pain medications in me to the point I could stand up, and I nearly walked out and got hit by a car on the road.
Well, her case was complex. She had a variety of many serious issues, from physical to neurological to psychological to... She had a whole lengthy variety of impairments that manifested over a period of time. As is often the case, injuries on day one were something, but the impairments 3 years later were very different.
Sunday morning, my phone rings, and it's my Dr. Marshall calling me at home. And she says, Catriona, I got your emergency results of your MRI. Do not move your neck or you're going to be paralyzed for the rest of your life. And I'm like, I knew it. I knew that I was broken. I knew I was broken. I knew I broke my back and I know that I'm having to take double the pain medication so I could put one foot in front of the other. I am screaming in agony every day. Josh is driving me to work. I'm sitting at my desk crying every day in agony. It got to the point I just couldn't do it anymore. I knew that this was going to be a long-term recovery, and I thought, I gotta call Jeff.
I personally view, and how I operate, settlements are secondary to helping my clients recover as best as they can from the trauma that they've been through.
I worked at Costco for 5 years. I lost my job. I worked at Hill Supplies. They couldn't have an administrator sitting there crying in agony all day.
Despite adversity, all of her issues, she managed to go back to work in productive, gainful capacity. But as is the case with many victims, she could only tolerate working for so long.
I worked 2 jobs. I lost them both. Couldn't work anymore. So they let me go because of my injuries, and I lost my job at Costco. So the income was gone. And then COVID hit. Didn't have any income in COVID. I have car insurance, and it's to cover me if you're not able to physically work and take care of yourself again.
You always have a claim against your own insurance company for what are called accident benefits, which include medical treatment. What you can access depends on the severity of your injuries. So she had access to up to $65,000 worth of treatment, but there's always a catch. You only have access to the treatment if the insurance company approves it.
This insurance adjuster, when I'm calling her saying I need more physio and stuff, because you don't qualify for this, you don't qualify for that, that's not included in your just not included. Every time I asked her for anything, she said no, 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 no. And that's when I picked up the phone and called Jeff.
Most people want to go back to work. They call my firm once the insurance companies start screwing them over. So they start saying no, and they're legitimately not better. And now I can't afford my house. I can't afford my kids. I'm being evicted.
I lost my home. I rented a beautiful home for, 12, 13 years. Couldn't pay the rent anymore. I lost everything. And now I know none of that mattered anyway. The only thing that mattered was surviving. I called Jeff and crying and saying, now I'm homeless, the economy's so much. And then I started living in my car, terrified, and tried to kill myself. The angels wouldn't let me go. And then I get a phone call from Jeff saying that he's secured a lump sum of money for me, that I should be able to get an apartment until this lawsuit is finished.
But if you ask the insurance industry, they'd say none of the invisible impairments exist. So invisible impairments are what, frankly, most people are left with. People are left with chronic pain, and then they're also struggling with the mental health consequences of being in pain every day.
The car insurance wasn't helping me with anything. All she wanted to do was turn me down for every single medical thing I needed, and Jeff fought these people to get me the medical help I needed.
Other than the litigation, we focus on trying to get her access to the best treatment that we could. In her claim, there were already a lot of denials. The insurance company had already made decisions about how they were going to be treating her claim. But in her case, we really had to focus on helping the insurance company get educated about her claim. Part of the risk that people run when not having lawyers, and even when they have lawyers, some lawyers just don't send records to insurance companies. You have to educate these insurance companies. Of course, they're going to say no when they don't know what's going on in your life.
I was going to physio all the time. COVID hit. Physio stops. Within a week, I get a phone call from Jeffrey saying that you need to continue your physio. You must continue moving. I found a physiotherapist place, and they were open, and he got me there. He got me permission and my car insurance didn't want to have it. Of course, they're like, COVID's closed, stay home, blah, 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 let's save money. Well, Jeff went above and beyond and got me the physiotherapy in a medical system that shut down. He went above and beyond and fought with the insurance company to, hey, step up. I paid car insurance to be insured for when I'm broken and I can't work. It's been years now, and I'm living in my car. And he got them to step up and give me a lump sum, and I was able to secure a 1-bedroom for a year.
We deal with all that stuff for you so that you can focus on treatment, getting better, getting past this issue in your life. The insurance companies, last time I checked, are not pleasant to deal with. It's set up like that. All the letters, the constant correspondence, the demands for you name it, this and that, whatever records, and not only that, the tone of the letters.
They wouldn't have given me nothing. If I hadn't gotten Jeff, I would have never gotten a cent. I have my dignity back, my self-respect back. I can buy my own food. I don't need to beg people for food. I can pay my bills. Hey, I made it. And I had Jeff on my side, knowing that when I get to the other side of this, he helped me all the way along. Mentally, emotionally, my brain helped me financially. I wouldn't have been able to make it without that beautiful soul helping me. There's no way. There's no way. I was like, thank you, Jeffrey Preszler. Thank you. He did that for me. He always had my back. I'm forever grateful for him. And I'm telling you, there's no AI robot that can treat you like that.